Hola, bueno, informe, no, no tan informe. Toda la comunidad de hispano que quiera ver esto, claro, informe ya no existe. Quizá en el próximo programa nos volvamos a ver, pero fíjate tú. Eh, Me complace anunciaros que en esa silla va a aparecer alguien que todos conocéis y que todos tenéis muchas ganas de que entrevistase y yo no me podía ir de aquí sin entrevistarlo. Así que por fin traigo al puto de Happy Hob. There he is. He's actually standing up now. He's not. Yeah.
I need some smoke. I need some smoke.
I'll post it. Yeah, post effects.
Bit of a WWE intro.
Right. How are you, man?
I'm good. I'm good. ¿Quieres hablar en inglés o en español? Podría hablar en español, pero sonaré como Borat hablando inglés.
Right.
Mi
The thing
hermana
is,
es la prostituta número en Londres.
so
And is that right?
may-
No, let's do English.
it
We'll do
depends.
English.
It depends on what you're trying to say, you know.
You've seen that film, right?
I haven't, but
Oh, you got to see it.
I believe you. Anyway. So
Yeah, it's good to be here, man.
the thing is, when I started doing the international interviews, my intention was to interview no-hitters who don't speak Spanish. So I'm making an exception with you because it's true. We
Yeah,
can
yeah.
actually do the interview in Spanish, but
Yeah, I mean, if you want to speak serious, like I can speak really fast as well. You know what I mean? Like, quisiera más quedar bien que no noches. Aquí a la izquierda, es like, I think that's it.
wait, you speak a better Spanish than my English. That's that's crazy.
It's
You-
really good. So, that's just a line I used to say to trick my friends in school into thinking I spoke Spanish, but actually it isn't exactly correct.
Did it work? Did they think it was?
Yeah. I went to Spain for like 3 months, and when I came back, I used to just say that, and they'd be like, "Wow."
Mm. I think I'll have to put subtitles on that as well. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, aquí a la izquierda es like Athena. I mean, that's a great thing to put on something.
It is. It actually is. You can use it anywhere.
It's Yeah. It's important to know that, you know, when you're traveling in Spain for
It
sure.
is.
Where are you from?
I'm from Valencia, Elche. Elche.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. You have no clue at all where that is.
Well, no, I do.
Do
Pero
you?
mi corazón es en Almería,
Is
la
it?
casa de risitas, sí. Ahí hablan muy rápido, sí. Sí,
They
vamos,
do.
sí.
Es
It's
verdad.
like como Liverpool in England, right? So in England they speak kind of like Almeria, Andalusia kind of thing.
Like they're so
So
quick speaking.
they speak quick and they're like, "Ah, miss, yeah, like, oh no way, lad, that's crazy, lad." And they just kind of like have a slight like, well, not like a lisp, but like just like a different kind of way that they produce some of the noises, you know.
Mhm. Sometimes it's hard for
Well, some of them.
it's sometimes hard for us to understand the Andalusian people.
Mm,
So
yeah.
I guess for an English guy it's fucking
Mm.
crazy. I get it.
Yeah,
So
yeah. But yeah, no, we'll keep it in English. I genuinely don't know enough Spanish at all.
that's
but
perfect. Anyway.
yeah.
So
But you wanted to talk about souls, probably, right?
I want
Or
to
do you want
talk
or Warzone?
about. Well, I'm actually interested in Warzone, but I
No,
think
no.
people are interested in Souls.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
most of all, they're interested in you because we talk about you. Well, actually, we talk about Chuso a lot, but we talk about
Mm.
you a lot as well.
El
Because
mejor, sí.
el mejor, indeed.
Yeah.
The thing is, we are always so.
Not me. Chuso.
No,
I'm
no,
talking
no,
about
always.
Chuso.
Of
Chuso. I'm
course,
talking
of
about Chuso
course,
there.
of course.
Obviously.
But you're the second best, which is so.
I'll take it.
It's close.
Take it.
The thing is, when I speak to my colleagues, they always hope you are such a showman every time, and it's crazy for us to imagine the mental stress that comes from trying to entertain everyone while trying to perform. How do you
Yeah.
manage to do that?
Well, I think that's it. You know, that's the big problem for me
Hmm.
is if you don't care, it's fine. But in the past months, I tried to care and actually start working harder and like improve the runs. But
Hmm.
it's hard, when you got inbuilt performer Mr. Bean silliness and you've been doing it for years and like you're stupid anyway, in a good way or a bad way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so you just be stupid. And then when you want to get serious, stupid is so deeply ingrained
Right.
that I can say we've got this guys, let's go, and I'll crash an SUV into a wall and explode on Warzone, for example, or something just as similar in Dark Souls. So, and it's like it's scripted. Sometimes it's like I'm literally like, why this looks so scripted, but I'm literally just that stupid at times.
Hmm.
And the timing is so perfect sometimes that you say like, I can't believe how consistent and perfect I've been playing lately. My patience is brilliant, and then you die on game three like within 30 seconds. Um, so yeah, I think yeah, it's the holy grail. The idea of balancing,
Right, because there's no
being a
switch. There's no way to just switch from focus
yeah,
mode to clown mode.
yeah, exactly. And obviously you see some streamers trying to do it. Not that they're trying to do it, but they are just, they're trying to balance it, right?
Hmm.
Like some streamers will fully just lock in only the run, and then they'll read their chat a little bit, but you can see that they're really sort of like on the run. The run is this is the run,
Hmm.
this is the chat, and that's good. That's the ideal situation, right? And sometimes I can do that, but it takes so much preparation in the day before the stream, and so much sort of intent,
Yeah,
to do
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Because I mean that this is Gino, right? Like he's so focused and he's so absorbed in any kind of soul stuff he's doing, and he's obviously brilliant on loads of other levels. So he's a great example of what you want to become, but you're still doing chat stuff, you know.
Hmm. But
And
no, no,
then,
I mean, not his focus is clearly to perform and get the runs,
mm,
but I maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think yours is just to like you wouldn't stop enter if you weren't trying to entertain. Do you think you'd get more runs?
um, yeah, but I can't. Yeah, I think, but I can't. It's not that easy, right? I can't do it.
Right? You will get tired of doing that because it's not
No,
your it's
yeah,
not
maybe.
it isn't in you. It's not who
Yeah,
you
it's like
are.
I'm fighting against. It's like I'm fighting against
Right.
myself.
That's
But
what
I'd
it
love to
looks
just be
like.
more. Yeah, I'd love to be more uniform in daily life as well, more structured. Um, but there's just too much spontaneity inside and outside that's just like
Right.
not. That I'll always end up being silly. But
We appreciate it anyway. We love the silly things.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
why. Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be great to focus more. But then yeah, you've got streamers who are much better at balancing it out, and you'll see silly moments, and they might just lock it in quick enough not to make a mistake. There's also in runs, there's some nice little breaks where you can be silly, right?
Hmm.
You can get back into it.
Right.
Um, yeah. So yeah, the holy grail is balancing the two, I guess.
I guess. So, how long have you been doing no hit runs? For you, it's like when did it all start? Because I asked this question to everyone, but for you, it's like when did it start?
Mm. Um. Dino called me one day and he was like, "Yo, I'm just doing no death runs. You want?" And I'd come up with this idea called no hit runs.
Hmm.
And he said, "How about you say that it's your idea and you start no hit runs?" And I was like, "Dino, you're a bro.
That's so nice of him.
I'll do it. I'm gonna do that. I will start no hit runs and yeah, take the credit."
He's
And
so
that's just
nice.
literally how good of a guy he is.
He is.
Um, what a guy. Yeah, no, it's just that, as I always say, it was just no death runs, and it just felt like a natural progression. And because I was new on the scene to souls and speed runs and stuff like that, and I was just trying to create a channel and create something exciting. I didn't actually know much about no damage. Like I'd never really considered no damage. I was literally just fresh on the scene.
Hmm.
So I created something that was so similar to no damage without really thinking about no damage. And someone sent me a video when I started the no hit run saying, "Oh look, this has been done before in a no damage run." So I looked through it, and the guy was blocking certain things with a shield,
Right.
and I
Right. Right.
said, "Oh well, he's blocking things with a shield, so that's a hit." But so they're so similar, but that you might never have come up with the idea of a no hit run, maybe potentially because it's so similar to no damage. But I don't know, it happened, and thanks to Team Hitless and all the different speed run, no hit runs and stuff like that over the years, with all the strats and just everyone in the entire community, it's grew into this thing that really deserves its own place because it is a lot different to no damage.
It is.
Depending on the games more so.
Right.
It depends on the game, right? As well,
Right.
you know.
And did you ever think this many people would be interested in no hit runs? Or no, or in what you were doing?
Um, no, I don't think so.
Like,
No.
maybe they were interested in on watching it, but on actually doing it and taking it to the next level.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it's like those ladies that fire ping pong balls and stuff like that, right? Like there's certain things that just happen and people get good at it and it grows and it becomes like a sport and you never would have thought it would become a sport or like a competition, but people take it on and because we're
Right.
bored, you know? No.
We are.
I didn't I really didn't think it would catch on, but it did and yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing, really, isn't it?
So it's like
Unexpected.
8 years of that, maybe more,
Yeah,
less,
nine,
9 years.
maybe. Um, the first one was Valentine's Day because I was single.
Hmm.
Single on Valentine's Day 2016,
You were
and I
single
knew
and
that.
you invented no hit runs while being single. That makes total sense, actually.
Yeah, exactly. The only way I was ever gonna find a woman was to invent a category
Yeah.
and be the first to do it because
Yeah.
no, I had no competition
That's right.
for the first one and get that world's first.
So you're the best.
That was it. Yeah, just for that bit, just for that little bit. And then yeah, that was it. That was it. I mean, people go to incredible lengths to uh, you know, get into a relationship, but
Hmm.
this was a crazy plan, and I really pulled it off. It's some Disney shit.
Yeah. Congratulations, man. They will make movies about that, actually. Love
Yeah,
movies about that.
Will Smith. Well, not anymore, but yeah, like Will
Yeah.
Smith could have been me or something. Yeah.
And after 9 years, how do you stay motivated to no hit runs?
Drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Elvance via ADHD medication.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Sounds amazing.
literally. Motivation. It's a nightmare.
Hmm.
If I could give any goddamn tip to anyone that's playing no hit runs for long periods of time, at some point you have to actually balance it out and do no hit runs of other games and not just stick to Souls because that's what I did for years and years and years. And I got to a point where I was like, oh, I hate Souls and I hate no hit runs. But it wasn't that. Funnily enough, because I realized I actually hated a whole bunch of other stuff. So then I got diagnosed with ADHD,
Hmm.
got medication for it, and then I realized, um, once I'm on this medication, I actually like all of the things I stopped liking again, and I'm motivated for them. So turns out Souls was fine.
That's so cool.
Definitely needed to have more balance. But
Right.
now I'm addicted to Warzone, so that this doesn't sound like it's true because I've been saying for a while I love Souls now. I was wrong, and I think probably people were beginning to believe me. But I just dipped for like the past 2 or 3 weeks because I got hooked on Warzone again because it's just so goddamn fun.
I mean, you can
And if
get
this,
hooked on Warzone and still be in love with Souls and still be
mm,
trying to. You can do
yeah,
both.
yeah. So whilst right now I prefer to play Call of Duty,
Uh-huh.
there's not that resistance to Souls and no hit runs anymore. I'm looking forward to going back and doing it. Yeah, so that is good.
And did you feel the same
I know.
nerves at the end of a run? Like a big run? what was the last, like, trilogy SL1, for example? Did you feel the same nerves that you had during, I don't know, Soulsborne?
No, no. So, um, if you're a no-hit runner, this will be interesting
Yeah.
maybe because my relationship with nerves at the end of a run is possibly different to other people's
Mm-hmm.
until recently. So I don't usually choke, even though chat will pretend I choke.
Right.
I don't usually choke at the end of a run because and just to let me define choke, because some people in my chat will pretend that I don't understand choke. Choke is when you're so emotionally overwhelmed at the end of a run in terms of nerves that you make a mistake because you're sweating so
Yeah,
much.
you
Am
can
I right?
perform. It's like it's not only like you get hit at the end of a game. It's like yeah, you're so cramped and
Yeah, but so some people, yeah. So sometimes I'll just make a mistake and people say I choked. But no,
right.
only you can say if you choked, really, because it's are you overwhelmed emotionally. So the reason I wouldn't get overwhelmed emotionally is, uh, and this was gonna go in my book, How to Become an Excellent No-Hit Runner, but I don't know if I'm gonna write that now. Uh, get Dino or Gino or Barry on, one of those guys can write it.
They can write it for
Um,
you, even. It's fine.
yeah, because I leaked this anyway, so on my stream. So I'll tell you. So like,
Uh-huh.
the idea to not choke at the end of a run is way before it. You need multiple goals, in your mind. You really want to beat the run, but you have a secondary goal of getting to the end of a run, so you can feel fucking great about how you were consistent enough to get to the end of the run. So by the time you get to the final game, you're overwhelmed by this sense of um not celebration, achievement. You've
Hmm.
achieved your goal, and the third goal is going to be your chat is more active. There's more people watching the stream, and everyone's excited, and you're excited by the end of the final game. There's just this buzz. So you've got to really focus on those two other factors, and then the first factor of I need to beat this run becomes so much less important that you can drop the nerves because you've just got two massive wins. You know what I mean? You got these two massive wins, and then it cancels this out. So at the end of a run, I just don't feel the nerves because I'm like, well, I've just this is brilliant. I'm killing it. Let's finish. Now I can go and finish the run calmly. The problem with me is I don't get the end enough.
Right.
I don't get these too much. And then recently, I started choking this past 4 months, and I've choked some like game fours of the SL1 God Run. That is because I started this new medication, and I wanted so much to prove to people that I could turn into this with the medication finally, turn into this super focused non Mr. Bean guy
Mm-hmm.
and start beating runs. And I identified with this so strongly. I just want to beat runs, right? So I would try to leave Mr. Bean behind so much that I was just wanted to prove people wrong. So when I get to the end, I'm actually really nervous because there's only one thing to focus on. I have to beat this run. Like I have to beat this run right now so I can prove to everyone. And if I get it wrong, it's going to be another while, right? And that's just a terrible mental state to be in because then you're really nervous and yeah, you got to deal with choking and yeah, I've choked some runs in the recent months because of that. So
Because of the mental
massive,
preparation before the run, right? Before going into
yeah,
stream, right?
yeah, just only having one goal to beat the run. So
Hmm.
you've got to have multiple goals in mind, especially if you're streaming and such. And
Right.
and then that my last point there is that that's what no hit runs are. It's player versus environment, which really translates to player versus his own mind, right? It's like Art of War.
I agree. Yeah.
It's you versus you. You know,
Yeah.
when you did you sit down like Barry on and find all the perfect strats? Did you sit down like Gino and practice the strats over and over again robotically until you know for a fact you're not going to fuck it up?
Hmm.
Or you didn't. And then did you perform on the night, you know, with the correct psychology? Which I mean that you'd have to go into that a bit more deeply, But
That's so interesting, actually. Like the
it's
mental
tough, isn't
preparation
it?
before the run. That's right.
Mm,
Because we when we get hit, I mean, me and people I speak to about no hit runs, we are always like, I didn't practice enough. That's why
mm.
I'm practicing again, and you practice, 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 and you get hit again, and it's like, were you nervous? And you're like, yeah, I'm always nervous, dude. You practiced. Why are you practiced a lot to not be nervous?
Yeah.
That's fucked up. And you are to blame for all of this, for all of this pain.
Yeah.
You are to blame.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It
It's
is.
such a masochistic thing to take up no hit runs, isn't it?
Mhm.
And the reason it's so masochistic, well, not that it really is, because it's fun. It's a massive goal to go for, so it's deeply rewarding.
It is.
Something that's so difficult is deeply rewarding, right? So, but the reason it's so difficult is the resets, right? Like when you go right back to the beginning,
Yeah, of course.
it's like you not in everything in life, you're not always reset right back to the base of the mountain, looking right the fuck up to the top of it. Like, oh my god,
Right.
and that's what no hit runs are. And the very beginning of the bottom of the mountain tends to be exactly the same. So you can really just kind of switch off and think about how you've got to climb a giant mountain at the beginning.
And yeah, and
it's
get
too
hit.
much.
I
You got
get
too much.
hit because you're switching
Yeah,
off.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's such a mental game.
Mhm.
No hit runs because it's not competitive environment like PvP, right? It's PvE, so it's you're the person you're against, which is really fascinating actually. For me, like I love that idea of it, to be honest.
So I can speak for all my environment and all the Hispanic community. We hate you for the Hitrans, but thank you so much because this is so fun and so rewarding, and it makes you get such a mental strength that you get out of a big no Hitran and you're like, I can do anything in life. I can achieve anything if I did this shit. I got the god run. I got this big run. Now I can do anything. I'm prepared for life. So,
Holy shit!
dude,
Yeah,
thank you so
I
much.
love that.
Thank you so much, dude.
Thank you, and thanks to Spanish community for always having one of the best senses of humor in the world. Like literally,
We
it's
try.
incredible, man.
We try, man. Uh,
Yeah,
so, dude, thank you so much for accepting the interview. I don't want to take more of your time. Uh, Thank you so much for everything. You've been so nice.
thank you, man. Appreciate it. It's been great. Yeah.
Do you have any message for Hispanic community?
Um. Uh. Pues extrañamos Chuso
Mm,
para
yeah.
siempre.
Same.
Um. Fucking hell, lo. Bring him home. How do you say that? Lo volver. Lo volveré. Lo
Because
volveré a casa. I will bring. No, I will bring him home. I will bring him
you
home.
will you?
Bring Chuso back to the Souls
Ah,
community.
que vuelva Chuso, que vuelva Chuso.
Que vuelva Chuso. Que vuelva Chuso. All right, that's it. Bring him. Bring
Yeah.
him left of the kitchen home soon.
Pareja.
That's my only message. Yeah. And good luck to everyone on their runs.
Thank you, luck to you.
Yeah. And thanks for having me, man.
Thank you so much, man.